So this is going to distinguish what's very naughty about this lightweight.
What Dave says, Louis does.
Who are you told?
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Dave, for those of you who don't know me, and behind me is a Series 3 lightweight with a GM V6. Check this out.
Okay, Pete, exhaust done on the lightweight?
Just about done. A couple of welds to do on the actual silencer. One more bracket just to finish up there, and then it's done. Bit of a tricky one, this one, because it's all something we haven't done before with it being a V6. So it's quite tricky.
What was different about it? Obviously,
mainly,
the headers be different.
Yeah, you can't get a manifold for these that would work, so I've had to make one from scratch.
And then coming from there downwards, is it pretty standard?
Yeah, it's as normal. Slightly different because I've had to make new mounts for everything. So the whole engine gearbox is all custom made.
So Project Lightweight, an update on this, guys, is Pete has made a fantastic job of the primaries. The primaries, guys, are heading down there into 3-to-1s. We're then into 2.5 inches. We then go into our big silencer that is then nice Y pipe inside it to mix the gases, and then into an X pipe, which is then fed out the back in a 3-inch tailpipe. So this car is going to want to have one awesome exhaust note. Just check out these. If you come back here, so this is going to distinguish what's very naughty about this lightweight.
What are you doing to Dave's 90, Louis?
Changing the injectors.
Injectors?
Yes.
What's up with them?
I don't know. He said to change the injectors.
What Dave says, Louis does.
Yes.
Good lad.
Who are you told?
What I do is I take a picture of that.
So what we're doing here, guys, is changing the injectors. So this car was a bit of a test pig, guinea pig if you like. So what we've done is we've taken a standard 204 horsepower, dropped it in. This is a second-hand engine. We dropped it into this car to just see what we could extract, comfortable, usability, reliable power, basically, from a 204 horsepower. And after using this car personally myself for the last 3 or 4 months, I've noticed a slight little haze from the exhaust. And if your BMW M57 does that, guys, if you come over here, let me grab an injector. So what we've actually found here, if you zoom in on that, to give you an example, look at the others in there, right? Someone has changed these. These are not as old, and we can tell they're not as old by look at the copper washer. The copper this has been, I'd say it's probably a year-old injector, maybe 2 years, depending on how well it's been kept. This one here is pretty minging, as you can see, and that would say to me that it's been getting blow-by. Blow-by, I mean from the copper washer there, and it's been blowing up the side of the injector and collecting there. So that's carbon and crud. So that means we've not been getting the compression we should have been getting, hence the unburnt fuel, lack of compression. And we noticed when I was tuning this the other day with the live tuning, the car, we weren't getting the full potential. Normally we can extract probably just shy of 300 horse from a stock motor, and it wasn't 300 horse. So seeing this, we found the problem. So Louis been busy banging 6 of our new favourite injectors in there, the 219s with a twist, we call them. So hopefully now the car will basically give us full potential. Right, so this is the process. So we fully stripped the engines, ready for the engine build process. And this is a really bad, well, a common problem. So if you look inside here, this is like a coked up scenario, we call it. That is carbon deposits, guys. And this is what's caused from recycling, exhaust, breathing vapor out of an engine. So most people say, oh, take the car for a thrash up the bypass, it'll clear it out. It won't, guys. If this engine has been driven by Steady Eddie all his life, it's going to be carboned up to death, and it needs a good clean. So you see this here? That is the breathing mechanism there that recycles the gases, and it's meant to get rid of the deposits, but it doesn't. EGRs do this, clog engines up. And of course, we refit EGRs and we make engines really efficient, and we put them back how they should be. So what we're going to do, full deep clean, full aquablast. These oil housings now, these are going to be fully cleaned out. We don't want any sediment, anything left over in the oil housings, because as we know, oil is like blood that runs through our veins, and if an engine hasn't got it, or it has in short supply, it will die very fast. If you look over here, this is an engine that is ready to go to our engine builders, and this will come back very, very shiny. And we send the hydraulic high pressure pump away. That gets sent away to a Bosch specialist and gets totally reworked. And everything else, what you see there, guys, will all come apart, all get aquablasted, painted, polished, checked. The crank's going to get polished, the cams will get polished, rebalanced, reset basically, and put back together by the professionals. So this is what the engine comes back from our engine builders like. Just check this out, guys. I'm a bit of an engine snob when it comes to meticulous detail, so little things like brackets. That's been aquablasted, put back together, and everything, even like the bolts, we send them away, we get them zinc plated again, put them back together, new hose clips. And what I do love is that the extra touch that the pump builders do, little things here, guys, we've got reference numbers that we can refer back to if there is a warranty problem. And this block, I want to say it's better than new, just check it out. And those ports I just spoke to in there, right, they come back, look at that, immaculate. So we only use genuine BMW components. Things like this here, look, genuine BMW. These, like vacuum pumps, guys, they cost a fortune. To put these engines back to, you'd be looking circa 15 grand for literally a turnkey BMW engine. These engines, guys, are more expensive than the LS3s, believe it or not, because there's more to them. You've got accessories, brand new alternator, Bosch fuel pump, R90 pump reworked. Depending on what you're going to need, sensors, cam sensors, fuel rail sensors, they all add up. So if you want a fully reworked swap, guys, you're looking 25,000 plus the VAT, depending on spec. So that's not gospel, spec, remember that. So this is a standard form engine, 25,000 plus the VAT.
use like kind of copper grease?
I didn't do anything. Darren drove over it.
Sure, sure.
He did.
Take your word for it. Okay, Bruno, we've got Mr. Ed in the blast booth. Where are we up to?
We have. So where we're up to now is I'm just getting it all prepped. Just waiting on some of my lenses to come to go in, the blasting helmet. And yeah, just getting it all prepped now, getting it all wrapped up. But as you might be able to see by the rear door, I've had to cut and chop a bit of the bag in to suit around that. And then I need to cover up the front part of the cabin. And basically he's having his seats moved back a bit. Therefore we can take the floor out and all those different bits and bobs. So this particular one, I can get and blast the top of the chassis rail here, which will be quite good. And then it can go back through to the fabricators then to do some more chopping and welding. But this the chassis itself, it has seen better days, so we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully it's not too holy once it's all blasted.
So, project Mr. Ed. We've got our work cut out with this one, to say the least, guys. So, when this car came in, Paul said to me, he said, Dave, I've got a project for you. I didn't expect it was going to go this far. So, if you come around here, we don't normally go this far. Look in there. So, we found that there was a lot of rust, basically, in the mid-members, the body support members, the brackets that hold the HTG bar in, that kind of thing. B-posts were rotten, the B-post supports were rotten. So I invited Paul over, I said, look, we pulled your car to bits and she's very rotten, to say the least. If you look under here, the cross member is laminating to death, so that's going to be cut off and replaced. And what else did we find? So if you look in there, we've got a lot of aluminium oxide, which is rotting away slowly. So basically we're going to let this have it. I've just ordered some media blast and we're going to hit it as hard as we can with full beams and see what we come up with, basically. Stay tuned for next week when this is looking fresh. So these are our 2.65 PreRunner shocks. I requested that the shock builders could get me a colour that was as near as the RAL colour to the Cagney colour. And I think that's it's not a match, but I think that texture to that is absolutely perfect. I did this as a surprise for my customer. Hopefully he likes the touch. And of course, we're going through the nice little aspects of adding things. We go with the galvanised panhard drop arm because this gets all the hammer of the salt in the spray. So we don't paint these guys because it just comes off. So I like it when someone looks inside a chassis and an engine bay and goes, that car's been built with care and attention, because we thought about it, like stainless steel washers, stainless steel nuts, stainless steel bolts throughout. Obviously heavy duty components where we can, sumo bars, to basically give the car, for me, it's that longevity of lasting. I don't want to see this car in 10 years' time, and I want it to look as nice as it does now. So we're working our way through it, guys. The loom's going in tomorrow into the bulkhead, and hopefully the engine and box is going to be in there next week.
So why have we chosen this air suspension for this build?
So the client that owns this car wanted air suspension because I believe he does have a low oak garage he wants to get into, and after driving the last vehicle that we had that had air suspension, he fell in love with it. So we've gone the extra length with this one, and we're mixing it with the 2.65 shocks. So hopefully it'll be a great combination. So guys, if you have not bought your tickets already, £5 a ticket can win this £200,000 Defender. So if you head over to Raffle, there's a link on my Instagram. There'll be a link attached to this YouTube video, right, to buy your tickets for this, guys. If we go over the target of tickets, I'm going to give the sum to charity, guys. We're not going to say yet because we need to obviously return X value to a customer first to keep him happy, and the rest is going to go to a charity close to my heart. What you see here, guys, is one hell of a machine, and it's most definitely worth more than a £5. So buy your tickets. There's bundles, guys. I think there's 24 hours left of bundles. So I did an early bird special. I think you buy 2, you get 1 free. If you buy 4, you get 2 free, that kind of thing. So jump on there, guys, and buy your tickets. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.